It's the Morning Brew, and Larry Aarons and Aaron Muffaletto hosting away here with Mayor Richard Berry. And thanks, Mayor, for coming down today.
Yeah,
Glad to
thanks
do
so
it.
much.
Great show.
This is
Great show.
The first of many visits.
Well, good. Yeah, I look forward to it.
Now,
Aaron? No.
now, a lot of people in Albuquerque always, there's nothing to do in our city. We have nothing to do. But you
They're
guys,
wrong, but yeah.
yes, they are wrong. I will say that. But now you guys have come up with this collaboration with different groups, mainly working with cultural events, cultural fairs,
Right.
to put together ABQ to do. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, this started right when I took over as mayor, so it's taken us almost 4 years to get to this point.
Oh, wow.
But as you know, we redid the entire city website. We did our transparency portal where you can get in and see everything from salaries to all the different things, contracts that the city does. But we wanted to have a tab on there. And this is how this started, which was, what do you want to do? Because at my house, with Marie and Jacob and my friends and others, the most common conversation we have is, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
It could be a Saturday morning. What do you want to do? You want to help do some volunteer work? Do you want to help? Do you want to go out and listen to some music? What kind of music do you want to hear? Do you want to see some theater? You want to go to a sporting event, city event, county event, private sector event? So we came up with this idea, and we'll be launching it officially in March, called ABQ to Do.
Nice.
And it's going to be an app for your phone where you can get on there and you can just simply get on the app, and it'll tell you all the great things that are happening in the city, and it'll be one place where everybody can send their information in, so that whether you're a visitor to our city or whether it's just you and your family or your date night, whatever you want to do, you can actually get on there and see what's going on. And I just think it's important because there are so many great things to do in this city, and sometimes people just, it's hard to look at 10 or 12 different places to try to find where these are going.
And that's the big issue that I find. I'm like, well, where do I look? So you have
Right.
so many different websites to go to,
Yeah.
but now you're just putting it in one spot and the place to go to find everything.
And I find myself when I travel, for example, in New York City, like I love live music, and I will do lots of things to get to live music if there's something that I want to see.
Yeah, you'll make that happen.
If I'm in New York, I try to get down to Bleecker Street. Well, I'd like to know who's playing at the Red Lion or who's playing elsewhere, so that I can either make a decision on whether I want to go do that for the evening or whether I want to just basically, stay in the room and read.
Yeah.
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 Is there a city out there that you model Albuquerque after? Is there a city or a cities that you go, we should be like them?
There's actually not that. In fact, I've always taken the stance that I don't want to be somebody else. I want to be
Right.
Albuquerque, New Mexico. I moved here in 1982 as a young man, went to the university. I love the city. I love the vibe of the city. And it's so easy for me to go around the country and brag on what we have here. That being said, there are best practices in different areas around the country. In fact, we're in that group now. People are coming to Albuquerque now to find out what we're doing for a homelessness initiative, for example.
Yeah.
Anaheim, California just mimicked what we do here with Albuquerque Heading Home. I was with the vice president and some other mayors a couple weeks ago talking about our workforce development, our Running Start for Careers, for example. In Talent Albuquerque, some of the things that we're doing here are catching on around the country, and I like to talk to other mayors at the mayor's conference about, what are you doing about this issue or that issue? And so you can bring ideas together, and that's why mayors, I think, right now are kind of the going thing in America, because we're not getting a lot out of Congress. We're not getting a lot out of some of this political loggerhead that we see, and mayors actually get together and will have a beer. Sit down and talk about,
And
what are you
swap
doing?
ideas.
I was with Mayor Hancock, his famous chili thing. I sent him some chili yesterday, on the Super Bowl. But I was with him in Washington, and we were talking about Denver and Albuquerque and how we could collaborate regionally, and what they're doing with their downtown, what they did with 16th Street and Larimer Square. And we're going to try to take some of those lessons and bring them to Albuquerque and dovetail them into what we're trying to do locally. So yeah, there's not one city we want to emulate, but there's lots of good ideas. And innovation, as they used to say, is 90% theft, right?
It is.
So find out what somebody that's doing something interesting and try to see if it fits your city, and then try to be a hotbed of innovation, which I think we are here, and then spread that around the country.
I like that.
So did Mayor Hancock admit that we have better chili?
Not yet,
Yeah.
but I did. I
Working on
got in
it.
a little bit of trouble at home. I went over to the Chili Addict and bought $120 worth of great products. And I sent it to the mayor of Seattle, and I sent it to the mayor of Denver. Well, basically with a note that said, listen, congratulations to Seattle on your win. To the Denver mayor, hey, you got a lot of Bronco fans. Sorry how it turned out. Well, I'm a Bronco fan as my
Me
family
too.
as well.
It was a sad week.
But I said, listen, we kind of took it as a bit of a challenge when you said some of that amazing green chili. So I sent them Oh, so I sent them some El Pintos, some Cervantes, some Monroes,
Wow.
some Chili Addict, some Chimayo powder, some pistachios from Alamogordo that had red chili powder on them, some bizcochitos with a little bit of chili powder in them,
Yum.
just to let them know that, in a cookbook, to let them know that, listen, we are the home of chili, and kind of had to plant that flag and say,
Good. Never miss a good marketing opportunity.
Yeah.
no,
right?
but now I'm going to talk to Mayor Hancock. I'll be there in March for a symposium. I'm going to ask him if he wants to do. They like to call themselves a Mile High City. Well, we're Mile High as well.
Yeah.
We're the chili capital. He kind of tried to get a little bit of that going. Let's have the Mile High Chili Challenge. Let's get
There
it
you
going.
go.
We can
That's a good
raise
idea.
some money for local charities.
Game on.
That'd be awesome.
Hey, Mayor, good to see you. Thanks so much.
Great to see you. Thanks for having me. Look
Thank you
forward to
so
coming
much.
back
We'll have you back.
sometime again.
Hope that meeting goes well today with the headhunters.
Yep. Well, we'll
Yeah.
see how it goes.
Good. Mayor Richard Berry, everybody, thanks for coming in there. We'll be back on the Morning Brew after this.